Hi, Tal Morris here in San Rafael at the always busy Bananas at Large, and today we're going to be checking out the RockCrusher power attenuator by Rivera. The RockCrusher is a power attenuator, and what a power attenuator is, it allows for you to plug in to the power attenuator directly from the amp, in between the amp and the speaker, to be able to lower the volume of the speaker like a master volume, but the difference is you get the entire amplifier's output. So we're playing through a 100 watt Marshall Super Lead. Just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to keep talking as I'm playing, and you can see where the volume's set at on this channel. We're at 8, and I think you know how loud that actually can be. So here we go. I'm just going to say, hey there, can you hear me? I think you can. So it's attenuated quite a bit, but it responds well, and it's doing everything a Marshall Super Lead should through the cabinet and with my hands. You might ask, why not just get your amplifier modified? Put a master volume into it. Well, as I said, the response of the entire amplifier is usually the most desirable and musical. If you brought your amplifier into a studio, let's say, and mic'd it up and cranked it up to its sound perfect, you probably wouldn't want to hang out in the room with it if it was a 100 watt vintage Marshall Plexi. Also, resale value. Let's say you have a vintage Plexi, you want to play it, but you need to play it at a lesser volume. Having it modified is going to reduce its resale value. Plus, I would imagine that the price of this is less than having your amplifier modded, and you're also not guaranteed of getting the sound that you want after it's modded. Invariably, when someone messes with your gear, you get it back and you're like, what happened? I wanted this magic thing, this was my grand idea, and it just didn't turn out that way. What separates the RockCrusher from other attenuators on the market is it's a reactive load. So what's happening is you're sending a power signal to the attenuator, and the attenuator's job is to respond in the correct way, so that the way that it feels when you play and the way that it sounds remains consistent. Alright, so the Rivera RockCrusher, you have an attenuate function, and if you click this off, it's not doing anything. And it's literally as if you were plugged straight into your cabinet. Very, very, very loud. When you attenuate, it's doing its job, lowering the volume. You also have the ability to switch between 16 ohms and 8 ohms in the same unit, which is pretty rare in attenuators. Usually you have to buy multiple units in order to change the impedance. And also, when you've attenuated it to a certain point, sometimes you miss certain frequencies, so this has the ability to add a little high end and add a little low end. So here's what this sounds like. A little bit of high end, a little bit of low end. And starting out with its highest setting, you have a 3 dB. Moving down. And a studio setting, which is a variable attenuator. Down to nothing. You have a balanced line out in the back and a variable for that as well. Well, I hope you enjoyed the demonstration of the RockCrusher by Rivera, their power attenuator. And if you want to check it out in person, you can come down to Bananas at Large in San Rafael or in Santa Rosa, or you can click on the link below and buy it directly through bananasmusic.com.